already told some of the people that left that thank you very much for helping me make this surprise for Dee. And it was great. Great to have friends and family. You can pick your friends, but you know, you're into the family. So, yeah. Anyway.
Lord help us.
I had overheard a couple telephone conversations from Dee to, you know, a sister and a girlfriend and stuff. And I think the conversation was something like, what's Howdy going to do for you for your birthday? And I didn't hear that for sure, but I think so. But she said, I don't know, he's not a very good planner.
No way.
So anyway, the reason I wanted to prove her wrong was this surprise for one thing, and through the years, over there, Liza, she introduced us. Anyway, it was like, I think it was in May of 1999. And she said, Howdy, can you come? She says, I'm having a Kentucky Derby party, and there's somebody
Thank you.
going to be there that I would like you to meet. So I said, well, I might be late. I'm racing Saturday night.
Yeah,
Late, but
might. Keyword, might.
I'll be there.
That's code for gonna be late.
And as long as that girl is still there, whoever you want me to meet, that'll be fine. So, you know, I did make it, and I made it a little earlier because I must have lost that day. So anyway, I got over and
You probably ran out on purpose.
Liza took me right over to meet this girl, and it was Dee, and she was sitting there talking to somebody else, and I had gotten some of this cake and stuff, and you know, to Dee Dee, I was really rude because I was chewing this cake and talking to her at the same time. So anyway, I talked to her for a while, and she was very nice.
I am. I'm paying it in.
She didn't tell me about my
Rudeness.
rudeness and stuff. But anyway, I think I went to get another piece of cake. And I turned around, and she was gone. I said, man, must have been something I said.
Damn, that's good cake.
You know, so she went home with somebody else. Another neighbor there that took her, that actually brought her, I guess.
Yes.
And stuff. So
I didn't want to drink and drive.
anyway,
Tell Jules.
that's how we met. And Liza, then being a general contractor and working with Harry and Tommy and like my son.
Yeah, blame it on them, Howdy. Go ahead.
In the old days, and Chucky.
Yeah.
Oh! Video man.
So anyway, I went past Dee Dee's place
Oh, no.
to go over to a Boyer farm over on Nantmore Road. We were working for them at the time, and I went past her place, and I thought, oh, there she is, out walking. She's gone out to feed her horse, I'll bet. So, yeah, that's where she was going and stuff. And I stopped and wound down the window and I said, hey. And she turned around.
Hey.
hair looked like she hadn't combed it for a couple days. And she had these Coke bottles, bottom of for glasses, and they were crooked and everything else, you know. She tried to hide behind the door, and I said, "I see you." Anyway, it wasn't long after that. I mean, this is from May, and now this is near January. This is January that I hadn't had a date with her or anything, and I thought maybe it was something I said. and so she told Liza, she says, "Howdy stopped by the other day. He says, I would like to date him." And so Liza says, "I'll fix it up." So she said to me, she says, "I think we better go double date because I don't trust that girl with you." And you know, you're such a nice guy, and she's a little bit on the wild side. You know, I said, "Well, I can probably handle that for a while." So we went on this double date. We went up to the pit stop in Maui, and Liza, trying to make conversation, said, she said to me, well, we started talking, and after a bit, Liza says, I guess I'm the oldest one here. And I wasn't going to contradict that. And so she says to me, she says, "But how old are you, Howdy?" And I didn't really think I should lie. She'd find out sometime sooner or later. And anyway, she had told a couple people that we went out. She don't know. She didn't think she wanted to date anybody that much older than her and stuff. But here we are, 20 years later. And as far as not being a planner, I worked for some real nice people for years and years, and in the early days I didn't take too much of a vacation. I loved working. I loved working with the guys
You still
we
love
had
working.
and stuff, but Dr. Bill Carter always said to me through the years, and we worked for him year after year and stuff, good customer, right down the road from me, he says, "Howdy." He says, "You know, I know you like to go hunting and fishing." He says, "Why don't you come down at my place in Florida, down to Keys, and go fishing. Best fishing in the United States is in Florida." So I kept on saying, "Nah, I'm working and stuff." But I met Dee Dee. So around 2005, her 50th birthday, I said to Bill Carter, I was working there, and I says, "Hey, is that still good, that offer?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "When you want to do it, it'll happen." So I did. Dee Dee and I had gone down to, and with Sister Cindy, we went down and stayed at this place. And Dee Dee, she was really skeptical about it. And, we go in, I rented this car, and I went in the driveway, then I hit the combination for the gate, and Cindy says, "You're shitting me." I said, "No." Dee Dee says, he works for this doctor and stuff. And so we started in the driveway. You didn't really see the mansion on the right. There was a bathhouse right in front there. And she
Just
says,
hold that there.
"Oh," she says, "that's a nice house." I says, "Yeah, that's the bathhouse." And then she looked to the right. She was on the left-hand side of the car, and
I'm gonna need to hold
she
it.
says, "Wow." I says, "Yeah." I says, "It has like about 15 bathrooms and 13 bedrooms and stuff." I said, "Which one do you want?" Anyway, that was one planning that I had done. And this was in 2005. Along about 2010, I worked for some other people that are here tonight. Aldo and Anna. Magazine. They said, and they always put it out there, say, "You know, Howdy," says, "why don't you come down and stay with us down in Jamaica sometime?" And stuff. And I said, "You know, I might, you know," but this is years before 2010. So I said to Aldo, after we had already done the trip to Florida, I said, "Hey, I'd like to take you up on that." I says, "You know Dee Dee, I want to take her down there for vacation." Aldo and Anna said, "Bring it on." So we were down there. I didn't do too much planning. All I did was had to make an airfare to Montego Bay, and he had Shorty
Shorty picked us up.
down to pick us up, and we went down there and had a wonderful time. Got a nice place down there, and I hear it's even nicer now. So that's so much for my poor planning. When I heard her say that to the girlfriends and her sister, I says to myself, "I'll show you, girl. I'll bring it on." So, and again, thank you everybody for sharing with this night with us and everything. Another thing was, you know, the people that we work for. Harry and Tommy couldn't make it tonight because he has a family crisis. He was going to come. And my buddy Matt there, he does just about everything that needs to be done, and we help him out, and he helps us out and stuff. Thank you, Matt. Stuff. So anyway, that's about. Is that about all? She always used to say, "Hey, get to the point. What's the point?" You know?
I think you're good, Howdy.
And I said, you know, and I tried to explain to her that a dumb farmer like me talking to 30 cows is a lot different than her getting up and talking to students, you know. I mean, she teaches the same class, she does the same stuff, different people, same stuff, she goes over and over again, so she can spit it out like that and stuff. So that's kind of what she's used to, and I can't explain it to her, but someday she'll maybe realize that. And, anyway, people that we had worked together, and still have Harry and Tommy after 40 years.
Yeah.
My son used to
Woo!
used to work with me and with us and stuff, and he's on his own. My daughter,
Woo!
she helped.
Woo!
Poor Lynn, she had long hair, but so did a lot of the boys back then. You know, and this is when poor girl hadn't developed yet, you know. And
Here we go.
our nice customers would come up and come outside and look up the roof and say, what would you like to drink, Sonny? She used to get so pissed. So, you know, but it's been good, and I've been very lucky with Dee Dee and the stuff that we get done. So, and again, I want to thank everybody here because I have the best family and friends that I can ask for.
No place I'd rather be, Howard. Woohoo! This will be good. This will be real good. Dave, why are you sweating over there?
Anyway, well, you know what? I guess it was me that got.
Oh yeah, let me say something else. After being with anybody for 20 years, there's, you know, sometimes, you know, she gets upset with me and I can't understand why. Because I'm just pretty perfect. When she has steam coming out her ears and kind of saliva and stuff coming out, yelling at me, I just said to her, I said, and I don't like constipation. And so I said, hey, just go tell Eliza she's responsible for that.
Oh wow! You know what? They are the two greatest people. Howdy is just a rocket scientist, other than my husband who is over there. Clyde Griffin, who is Howdy's mentor and my husband's mentor. And unfortunately, when poor Howdy had he had a fire, how many months ago? I was at work and my beeper goes off and it says, the Lovers Corner Fire Company's on fire. And I'm like, oh my God, it can't be the Lovers Corner Fire Company's on fire. And so I think I texted my husband and I said, Dave, you know, what's going on? And he said, Liza, it's gotta be Clyde's place. So I said, okay, well, I'm at work at a basketball game or whatever. And I called Howdy and I said, Howdy, how are you? And he said, oh, I'm great. Well, you know, what's going on? And I said, when was the last time you were at the farm? And he said, oh, at noon. And I said, well, guess what? You better go to the farm and, you know, something's going on there. So my husband, thank God, went to Clyde's, and unfortunately, thank God it was just the machine shed, which was with all Howdy stuff. And my husband got there, and then Howdy got there and consoled him, and that was one of my worst fears of my whole life. Is I'm an EMT and a fire person, and when I had to call Howdy, and Howdy was so happy, and I'm like,
But we didn't really know. You had asked me what address Clyde was, and I says 1358 Pottstown Pike. And she says, oh no, she says, this is 1325 Pottstown Pike. And little did I know, I knew which way it got larger and which way it got less numbers. Anyway, 1025 that she told me where the fire was Ludwig's Corner Fire Company. That's the address of Ludwig's Corner Fire Company.
Right.
And I thought, well, Liza, I'm just going to go up and look. And lo and behold, I get up to the top of the hill, and I see a glow on Clyde. And I've been there for helping Clyde and keeping the place for over 50 years. And it was hard, really hard. But I had many of the fire company people that knew me and knew that I belonged there come over and was giving me a lot of love. So, but that's the story of the fire.
Speaking of a lot of love,
Yeah.
we have 49 acres that we're lucky that we have, and my daughter and my husband have brown Swiss, and we are fortunate enough to have, how many stanchions, babe? 6 from Clyde's barn. Howdy said, Dave, come get it. So anyway, we have Clyde Griffith stanchions in our little turnout barn that represent. And then I don't know, I'm also an EMT and stuff, but this sucker fell out of Clyde's mouth and almost killed himself. I don't know how many years.
2012.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. 2012. And anyway, we have a lot of love. So what do you want to say?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Almost
First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming. I appreciate it very much. I want to thank Liza, who I love very dearly. She's like a sister to me. She sold me my best fox hunting horse, Polly, who lived to 3 years old. I fox hunted
That's right, we
for
forgot
years
that.
with Liza, and we had a
That horse
hell of a
bites.
ride, okay? And
Bit
she
Charlie.
introduced me to Howdy, which was wonderful. But Clyde Griffith, the farm he worked on, I went to visit him in his dying days. He was at Tel High. And I remember seeing him. He was the happiest, most wonderful man. And he looked at me and he said, come here, young lady. I want to tell you something. And he grabbed my hand and he said, you will never find a better man than this.
Woo!
This morning I woke up and I said, I don't know. I don't know, this don't feel that great. Are you old in years? I'm not feeling that vibe. So Howdy goes, well, I have something for you downstairs. And so I ran downstairs and these beautiful flowers. And then I said, oh, those are beautiful flowers, okay? And then I went back upstairs and I said, I'm still not feeling the vibe. he said to me, well, I got a card for you. And he said, and I said, well, I feel old, kind of old today. And he goes, Dee Dee, 65 is young. I just turned 78. You should be really glad you're 65. I said, well, yeah, I'm starting to feel better now. I was starting to look good. He said, mine is getting good. It's getting better. And then I read his card. And it was so beautiful and so romantic. And he said that, you know, it really doesn't matter how old you are. If you love each other and you're together, and your love just grows every year. And he said, every year I'm with you, my love has grown. And every year I'm with him, my love has grown. And so what more can you ask for in life than to be loved by your friends and to be loved by your partner and your family? That's what beautiful relationships. So thank you for being part of my circle of relationships and life and love, because really that's what it's all about.
Clyde was right.
Unless somebody has a few other words that they want to speak tonight. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Let's go. All right.
Good job, guys. Make you feeling young.
Happy
Birthday Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dee Dee. Happy birthday to you.
Somebody out there was off key.
Somebody has to cut that cake. So.
Cut that shit. Let's go.
No, you did.
Hey Gail, you got nothing to say? Come on, man. I'm rolling here. Nothing to say? I'm rolling here. You got nothing to say? Yeah. Yeah. She brought Cookie Monster with no eyes. She plucked Cookie Monster's eyes out before she brought him here tonight. Give me a happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Yeah, and a happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Oh, you're on me? Happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Oh God,
I thought you were taking a selfie.
you're so your mom. I swear to God. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Happy birthday, Dee Dee. And? How you are, Dee Dee? Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Woo! Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Harry without a hat, which man, you're like a total different guy. You could be like a different person without a hat on, dude. Can we get a happy birthday, Dee Dee?
Happy birthday, Dee Dee.
Thank you, guys.